Aphorism 233. The typical intermittent diseases are those where a morbid state of unvarying character returns at a tolerably fixed period, whilst the patient is apparently in good health and takes its departure at an equally fixed period. This is observed in those apparently non-febrile morbid states that come and go in a periodical manners at certain times, as well as in those of a febrile character, to wit the numerous varieties of intermittent fevers. Explanation. In this aphorism, Dr. Hahnemann has given idea about typical intermittent diseases. The typical intermittent diseases are those where a morbid state of fixed characters which returns at a adequate fixed period while the patient is apparently in good health and it goes off at an equally fixed period. This observed in those apparently non-febrile morbid states that come and go in a periodical manner means it comes and go at certain times, as well as those of a febrile character, to understand observe the numerous varieties of intermittent fevers. To understand, if we take example of urticaria and asthma, if these two diseases are alternating, here character of urticaria will be fixed, means aggravation and amelioration sensation, character of rashes, etc., all are fixed and some and same in every episode. As urticaria goes off, asthma returns with its same character, like modalities, sensations, etc. Aphorism 234. Those apparently non-febrile, typical periodically recurring morbid states just alluded to observe in one single patient at a time. They do not usually appear sporadically or epidemically, always belong to the chronic diseases, mostly to those that are purely soric, are but seldom complicated with syphilis and are successfully treated by the same means. Yet it is sometimes necessary to employ as an intermediate remedy a small dose of a potentized solution of cinchona bark in order to extinguish completely their intermittent type. Explanation. In this aphorism, Dr. Hahnemann has given idea about typical intermittent diseases. Those diseases which are apparently non-febrile, typical periodically recurring, are observed in one single patient at a time, always belong to chronic diseases. Mostly, these types of recurrent chronic diseases are purely soric and seldomly complicated with syphilis. They are successfully treated by antisoric medicines, yet it is sometimes necessary to employ as an intermediate remedy a small dose of cinchona bark is potentized form potentized form in order to extinguish completely their intermittent type. Such a disease, recurrent chronic diseases, do not appear epidemically.